Alright, I just wanted to come on here for a moment, pause, and face the music. Because I'm a fucking idiot. A moron. A wingnut. A hockey dingus, if you will. As not only am I a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, which, I can't, how could I be disappointed? Went to the Cup final 3 years in a row, won 2 of them. I love the Lightning, man. Win, lose, or draw, man. You brought me 2 cups. I love you. But where I become a moron is that in my bracket video, I went on and proclaimed the Boston Bruins were going to run through the entire East. And I know that wasn't a unpopular opinion, but man, I really went in about it, man. I bet my cock and balls that they wouldn't even go 6 games with the Florida Panthers. And I also said that Florida would win one of the first 2 games. So I said it would go 5, you know. And for a little bit there in game 5, it looked like I was right. I thought I was dead on. I was getting ready to get on the mic and brag about how much of a fucking genius I am. Like fucking Plankton when he printed Plan Z in the SpongeBob movie. But it wasn't to be. Boston goes on to lose game 5. And me being the moron that I am, the pride gets to me and I make a YouTube short where I proclaim that I'm doubling down and I'm betting my liver and kidneys that the Bruins are going to win game 6. Well, the Bruins did not win game 6. They lost game 6 7-5. At that point, I just shut the fuck up, you know, because I know when to stop. I know when to stop. And I stopped, still watching and hoping that possibly my bracket could be saved in game 7 when they took on the Florida Panthers tonight. Well, they fucking didn't. They lost to the Florida Panthers. Why did they lose to the Florida Panthers? Well, here's what I think. Alright, the Panthers, after each game that they survived, would go on and say, look, we just earned another game and we're just going to have fun while we play. That energy was not reciprocated by the Boston Bruins. You could see that they were tighter and they were playing more tense because of the expectations. Florida didn't have expectations. I know this is a simpleton take, but it's the truth. If I go out there and I start playing fucking darts and I really don't give a fuck, I'm just tossing them at the bullseye, I'm going to play better than the next guy who's really getting all agitated with himself because he's been missing some shots. And there's something to be said about that, just playing loose and just letting it all out there. And that's what Florida did. So shout out to the Florida Panthers for pulling out their cocks and smacking them on my forehead. Well, all I could do was sit there and watch as my NHL bracket that I created has been destroyed. It's up in flames. And you know, I was really confident in it. I was confident. And now I'm a fool. And Boston, I don't like Boston. I hate their fans. This is reparations. This is reparations for all those years of the New England Patriots winning and winning and winning and winning again. Your pain is deserved. Your arrogant fan base. You know, I went to a Boston Bruins versus Buffalo Sabres game later in the season, so maybe a month or 2 ago, and there were Boston fans everywhere. And in front of me was this big, fat, 450-pound old fuck Bruins fan who was struggling to get up and sit down. And I wanted so bad to commit assault in front of everybody on that large man. But I didn't. But now I like to think that this are his... If that man is still alive, because that he might not be alive at this point, because every time he got up, he'd go, ugh, making these fat guy noises, as he'd get up and sit down. If that man is still alive, his pain is my joy in a way. But also his pain is my pain, because I like being right. And I was wrong. But I was wrong for a good cause. The Florida Panthers, a deserving franchise with a growing fan base, because it is growing. I was at the Panthers rink for a playoff game last year, and it was loaded. Fucking Mike Gesicki was there, and it was a good time. It was loaded with people, a lot of different, like, Spanish speaking people were there. I didn't know how to word it. I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't know what to say. As Spanish people speaking people offensive, I don't fucking know anymore in today's landscape. But it was loaded and there was a lot of people there. But my Lightning took you down. But this year you got a playoff series win, and it was well deserved. Now you really want me to buy in and like the Florida Panthers knock out the Toronto Maple Leafs, because the only fan base more insufferable than the Boston Bruins is the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you could beat the Maple Leafs, I'll love you forever. Anyway, that's all I gotta say to all you Bruins fans out there. I hope you're reveling in your failures up there in Boston or anywhere in Massachusetts, wherever you are, in your fucking terrible fucking state or your terrible city. Go fuck yourself. Alright? And if this makes you upset, why don't you get down on your knees and suck on the Zamboni. The Zamboner. Alright, I'm too fucking stoned for this. I love everyone. It's all jokes. Suck my fucking Zamboner. I'm fucking out of here.